Who's that? Who's there? Oh, it's you. Well, it's another morning, and I think it's time that you got ready with me. So, first, we're going to jump in the shower. All right, the water's hot. Time to wash off the old makeup. All right, and we're out of the shower. So, I let's dry off first. I also need to make sure the beard is dry, fully dry. Because it's a water-based makeup that I use. And if there's still any wetness, the makeup will just run off. All right, now that I'm dry, hold on a sec. There, I think you can hear me better now. Now that I'm dry, I should probably address, so all of the makeup is now out of my beard, so you can tell it's not white anymore. It's kind of blonde in parts, and that's because for the first time for me, I got my beard bleached. And this is actually common practice for Santa ambassadors who are my age or younger and, don't naturally grow a white beard, or even some older Santa ambassadors that, don't have perfectly white beards. They'll bleach the hair. Because my hair is so strong and virile, it did not fully take the bleach. Next year, I will give it more time and fully bleach it. You can already see my roots are growing back in, and so we'll get to that when we get into the makeup. All right, so if this were a chefing, I would start my mise en place, or get my things ready. My tools that I use are a toothbrush and a comb. And my materials, this guy right here, hair white. It is white hair colorant. It is alcohol based. If I were to put that directly on, it would be nice and white, but it would leave the hair very, very brittle. So what I do is I mix that into this leave-in conditioner and repair cream, and I just mix that in there. And then for application, I get a little on my brush and brush it in. Really gotta get into the deep recesses there. And I'm gonna try and set up my camera so you can see. I need both hands for this phase. You can kind of see. Because now we bring in this. There we go. So I brush it in with this and comb it out of the way with the comb. A little more there. Get those roots, gotta get those roots first. Because if you don't get the roots, the darkness will bleed through, and then you'll be left with more gray than white. So if we do the makeup, make sure we get the makeup on the roots. That will give us a much better white. And then comb that in. All right, let's fast forward. Oh yeah, and I do need to shave too. Any new hairs that sprout out are going to be this color and not this color, so have to be vigilant. All right, so now we've done up the sides, and my hands get a little dirty. Well, not dirty, but you know, so I need to wash them. So, all right, and now I need to do some touch-ups so that the makeup stays in the hair and not on my face. So we do a little cleanup there. All right, next we do the eyebrows. All right, that's better. Now that I have both hands, I take my clown white makeup, I take my brush, and get that errant hair out of there. And we're gonna just brush it along the eyebrows very carefully, because you don't want to get any on the skin. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not gonna hurt me, but it'll look like I've got makeup on, and I don't want that. I want it to look like I have naturally white eyebrows. So. Forget eyebrow threading, we got eyebrow makeup. And there is going to be a little bit, you know, overage. But we'll wipe that off when we get to it. And then what I like to do after I've painted is go the reverse direction. There we go. So that Santa has nice, big, there we go, bushy eyebrows. You see that? Very delicately. Again, there we go. And then we just wipe off any excess. I'm sweating a lot more than I usually do. So we've got our nice white bushy eyebrows. And the last thing is a touch up on the mustache, because whenever I wipe my face or blow my nose, the mustache gets the brunt of it. So I want to reinforce our hair color with some of that makeup. And this is actually a tip I got from another Santa ambassador who has a white beard, but not fully white. It's one of those things where his mustache is has a little color to it. So he only uses just a little makeup on there. See, that gets it really nice and white there. And then, for the curl, because you have to have a curly mustache, I'll take a little bit of the makeup again in one finger, rub it here, and the same with the other hand, and use it as a kind of mustache wax. So I'm coating it with the makeup, which is very thick, and get that out of the way there. There we go. So I sometimes like to do a curl or just like a little swish there. This side is always very difficult to work with, so let's see if it gets a curl today. Something like that. This side is the best to work with. It always curls up perfectly, just like that. But this one is the rogue group. And see, I'm touching it with my hand, with my fingers that have the makeup on it. So I'm not rubbing anything off. I'm actually rubbing makeup on. And then use a clean finger to rub off that, and voila. All right, so now I'm very sweaty from exerting myself. So the next phase is a fan. So I just sit in front of the fan, make sure it hits my face. It's nice and cold, and help me dry out. Okay, sufficiently dried now. And I suppose you could get it done faster if you had a blow dryer, but don't set it to heat, because I'm trying to not sweat. So now I can go in and clean up these little areas. And always wipe towards the hair so it wipes whatever makeup off the skin and into the hair. All right, I think. And it looks like they're shadows, but trust me, it's just the lighting. It looks good. All right, and now we have a Santa. Thanks for getting ready with me.